We will now go through step-by-step instructions on how to light your Contura stove in the correct way. Read the printed lighting instructions for further advice and information. Measure about 3 kilos of finely split kindling wood at around 3 to 5 centimeters in diameter. If this is the first time you're lighting your stove, you should use scales to see how much this actually is. Please be aware that if you use too little wood when lighting, or if the pieces of wood are too large, you will not attain the correct working temperature in the firebox. This may result in poor combustion and could lead to a heavy buildup of soot or cause the fire to die out. The insulation in your new stove is made up of the stone material terre-motte, which contains a certain quantity of water that evaporates during the first lighting. While this is taking place, combustion may seem sluggish and soot will appear on the insulation plates. However, this will disappear after a few hours as the plates are thoroughly dried out. The stove may also give off a particular odour from any residual paint and oil coating on the plates. This odour will disappear completely after a couple of lightings. Open the stove door. Open the combustion air damper completely and let it remain in this position throughout the whole lighting process. Add some newspaper or firelighter. Stack the kindling wood in a criss-cross pattern in this way. This method of stacking simplifies the lighting process and makes combustion as optimal as possible. If your house has mechanical exhaust ventilation, you must open a window or external door near the stove before lighting. Let it remain open throughout the lighting phase. Light the fire and close the door almost completely, leaving a gap of only a few centimeters. As a result, the fire receives the right amount of oxygen during the important lighting process. It is now crucial that the fire takes hold properly before you close the door. All the wood in the firebox must be burning and the log pieces properly charred before you close the door. This may take between 10 to 20 minutes depending on how quickly the chimney draft gets started. Please keep the final picture of this sequence in mind. The fire must be burning properly. It is now time to close the door. The intensity of the fire may decrease slightly when the door is closed, but if the fire continues to burn with clear flames, you know you have done a good job. When the fire has almost or just burned down to embers, it is time to stoke it up with more wood. Open the door a little and let the pressure in the stove even out for a second or two before continuing to carefully open. Now add 2 to 3 log pieces in the following way. You should typically use split wood about 7 to 9 centimeters in diameter. Close the door. If the chimney connection has a diameter of 20 centimeters, the Contura stove can be fired with the door open. Follow this simple advice every time you light your stove, and you will enjoy many cozy moments in front of a warm fire.